The late afternoon sun cast long shadows across the Denver International Airport terminal as Staff Sergeant Marcus Johnson stepped off the plane. He adjusted the strap of his worn military duffel bag and took a deep breath, finally home after 8 months overseas. Marcus wore simple civilian clothes, dark jeans, a plain gray t-shirt, and worn sneakers. His posture remained straight, disciplined, despite his exhaustion. At Gate B-17, travelers rushed past him with their rolling suitcases and coffee cups, eager to reach their destinations. Marcus moved with purpose but without hurry, his trained eyes scanning the busy terminal. He pulled out his phone to check for messages from his sister Lisa, who was supposed to pick him up near the security checkpoint. Detective Ray Collins leaned against a pillar, his badge visible on his belt. His partner, Officer Pete Sanders, stood nearby, both men observing the crowd with suspicious eyes. Collins nudged Sanders and pointed toward Marcus. "Look at that guy," he whispered, his voice carrying an edge of assumption. Collins and Sanders approached Marcus with deliberate steps, their hands resting on their belts. "Excuse me, sir," Collins said sharply, blocking Marcus's path. "We need to talk to you." Marcus stopped, confused but cooperative. "Yes, officers. Is there a problem? You've been acting suspicious, moving around nervously, checking your surroundings," Sanders accused, though Marcus had done nothing unusual. "I'm sorry, but I haven't done anything wrong," Marcus replied calmly, setting down his duffel bag. "I just arrived from overseas. Here, let me show you my identification." Marcus reached slowly into his wallet, pulling out his military ID card. Collins barely glanced at it before pushing it away. "That could be fake. Turn around, hands behind your back." "Wait, this is my military ID. I'm a staff sergeant. Turn around now," Sanders shouted, grabbing Marcus roughly. Several passengers stopped to watch, phones emerging to record the shocking scene unfolding before them. Within minutes, the videos spread across social media platforms like wildfire. Airport Security Chief Robert Hayes rushed to the scene, his face grim as he witnessed the chaos. "What's the situation here?" he demanded, reviewing the security footage on his tablet. Meanwhile, someone had found Marcus's emergency contact information in his belongings. Colonel Sarah Mitchell answered her phone at Fort Carson, her voice sharp with concern. "This is Colonel Mitchell. Ma'am, we have Staff Sergeant Marcus Johnson in custody at Denver Airport. There seems to be some kind of misunderstanding." The colonel's blood ran cold. "Marcus Johnson? He just returned from a classified mission. I'll be there immediately." News crews began arriving as the story exploded online. Police Chief David Torres's phone rang constantly in his office. "Chief, you need to see this video. Your officers just arrested someone at the airport, and it's going viral." Torres watched the footage, his face pale with growing horror at what he witnessed. Colonel Mitchell arrived within 30 minutes, her uniform crisp and her expression furious. She marched directly to where Marcus sat handcuffed, flanked by the 2 officers who now looked increasingly uncomfortable. "Release him immediately," she commanded. "This man is Staff Sergeant Marcus Johnson, Medal of Honor recipient." Collins and Sanders exchanged shocked glances. "Medal of Honor?" Sanders stammered. "He returned yesterday from a classified operation in Syria where he saved 12 American hostages," Colonel Mitchell continued, her voice cutting through the tension. "He risked his life behind enemy lines for 6 days straight." Word spread quickly through the terminal. Veterans from nearby gates began gathering, some wearing military caps and jackets. Community leader James Washington arrived with several city council members, their faces stern with disapproval. The 2 officers stared at Marcus in disbelief, finally understanding the magnitude of their mistake. The hero they had arrested was the same man being honored next week at the White House. Police Chief Torres arrived and immediately suspended both officers without pay. "Your badges and weapons, now," he ordered, his voice shaking with anger and embarrassment. Marcus, finally freed from the handcuffs, rubbed his wrists and stood with quiet dignity. "I don't want this incident to divide our community," he said to the gathering crowd. "Instead, let it remind us that we must see each other as human beings first." The terminal erupted in applause. Veterans saluted him, children asked for pictures, and community members offered their support. Mayor Linda Roberts announced immediate changes to police training programs, focusing on bias awareness and proper identification procedures. As Marcus walked toward the exit with Colonel Mitchell, he turned back one final time. "True strength comes from unity, not division," he declared. "We can build a better tomorrow together." The crowd cheered, hope filling the terminal where fear had once ruled.